4 U.S. soldiers commit war crimes, including rape and murder, against an Iraqi family during the Iraq War in 2006.
On March 12, 2006, soldiers from 502nd Infantry Regiment stationed at a checkpoint sat drinking illegally obtained alcohol and playing cards. The men present consisted of Private First Class Stephen D. Green, Specialist Paul E. Cortez, Specialist James P. Barker, and Private First Class Jesse V. Spielman. The men discussed their desires to kill some Iraqis, which Green was especially persistent about, bringing up the idea many times. The group had noticed 15-year-old Abir al-Janabi passing the checkpoint earlier and decided to go up to her home. Abir had already endured sexual harassment by Green earlier, and on one occasion, he ran his index finger down her cheek. The day of the massacre, the men approached the al-Janabi family home in broad daylight wearing army-issued long underwear. The members of the al-Janabi family present in the home at the time was Abir, her 6-year-old sister, her mother, and her father, Qasim. The 4 men entered the home and split Abir and the rest of the family into 2 different rooms. Spielman was responsible for grabbing Abir, whom was outside with her father. Barker and Cortez proceeded to rape Abir, while Green went and broke Abir's mother's arms. A struggle was evident. He then shot her parents and younger sister to death. During Abir's rape at the hands of Barker and Cortez, she reportedly squirmed and kept saying stuff in Arabic, according to Cortez. Hearing the gunshots in the other room caused Abir to scream and cry even more. Green then emerged from the room the rest of the family was in and raped Abir before shooting her in the head several times. Green later described the crimes as awesome. The 4 men then poured petrol over Abir's body and the home, while Spielman was in charge of disposing of their bloodied clothes and weapon used in the crime. They lit the home ablaze, and neighbors reported the smoke to Abir's uncle. Additionally, Abir's 9 and 11-year-old brothers returned home, traumatized to find their father, mother, and 6-year-old sister, Adil, shot to death. They also found the burning remains of Abir. The men involved in the crime claimed that it was committed by Sunni insurgents in the area. Sergeant Anthony Ribe learned of the crimes and informed Private First Class Justin Watt. Watt conducted a personal inquiry of members of the group's platoon, who did confirm that the rape and murder had occurred. Watt then reported the crimes to Sergeant John D.M. The massacre came to light when Watt revealed the crimes to mental health counselors, who then informed Army criminal investigators. James P. Barker, Paul E. Cortez, and Jesse V. were court-martialed on various offenses that included rape, conspiracy to rape, obstruction of justice, arson, housebreaking to commit felony murder, and 4 counts of murder. To avoid the military death penalty, the men took plea agreements and pleaded guilty to the offenses. In 2007, the men received their sentences for their participation in the crimes. James P. Barker was sentenced to 90 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 20 years. Paul E. Cortez was sentenced to 100 years in prison. Jesse V. Spielman was sentenced to 110 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 10 years. All 3 men are currently held at the United States Disciplinary Barracks at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. As Stephen D. Green was honorably discharged, rather than being court-martialed, he was indicted by the United States District Court for the Western District of Kentucky. Prosecutors sought the federal death penalty for Green, but he was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole in 2009. Green was found unresponsive in his cell at the United States Penitentiary in Tucson, Arizona on February 15, 2014. He appeared to have died due to complications from a suicide attempt by hanging. Share this video with your friends who likes Reddit stories. Hit the like button and subscribe this channel for more Reddit story videos, and click the bell icon for latest updates. Subscribe and click the link below for full video, or check the pinned comment.